Fire and brimstone raining down from the sky, monster earthquakes, interdimensional squid monsters, whatever it is, we have an almost obsessive fascination with doomsday scenarios ranging from the biblical to the downright absurd. Maybe it's all because of the movies we watch, maybe it's what's been going on in the news, or maybe it's just a rapid decline of humanity through reality TV. Chances are we are doomed sooner or later. And that brings us to today's list where we count down the 10 ways the world could end tomorrow. So get your doomsday gear on as we dive into what may well be our last day on Earth. Starting our list is the one that gave the dinosaurs a really bad day. Imagine going about your day, maybe loading your groceries into your car on a bright, beautiful morning when suddenly a gigantic space rock hurtles straight towards Earth and your plans to make that casserole gets obliterated with the rest of existence. Often glamorized and depicted in an overly exaggerated manner, the odds of Earth getting hit by an asteroid the size of a moon are slim, but there is a chance that even one that is at least a mile wide can cause serious and catastrophic damage to civilization. To put it into perspective, a 200-foot wide comet fragment slamming into the Earth will have the same, if not nearly 1,000 times the power of the atomic bomb dropped over Hiroshima in World War II. In 1908, such a comet slammed into a region in Siberia, Russia with explosive results. Number 9, nuclear war. With all the crazy things happening around the globe today, it's not at all surprising that we are one little mishap away from total nuclear war. Between the US and Russia, there are about 19,000, 19,000 active nuclear warheads that are simply waiting for that push of a button and exterminate the entire world. With the threat of terrorism, unstable political situations between different countries, and the possibility of an accidental, yes, accidental nuclear exchange, it's not unusual that the idea of waking up to a giant mushroom cloud in the distance may be in a lot of our nightmares. And while treaties have been in place by international organizations like the UN and NATO, you really can't discount that slight possibility that someone won't be able to resist the call of a big red shiny button. Moving on to number 8, super viruses. Germaphobes and pathogen-fearing people, this is your nightmare scenario. Science and medicine has made leaps and bounds when it comes to finding cures for diseases and treatments for conditions otherwise thought to be untreatable. We have eliminated smallpox and have driven out polio to the point of extinction. However, as nature would sometimes be a fickle mistress, microorganisms and pathogens learn to adapt, and some of them evolve. Whether it's a bacteria developing resistance to antibiotics and other drugs, or prehistoric viruses that have remained dormant since the Ice Age that have just recently been discovered, the fact remains that if science can't keep up, we will eventually be bitten by a superbug that will begin our impending apocalypse. Number 7, global warming. Yup, how else can the world end tomorrow but with rising temperatures, pollution, deforestation, carbon footprints? Almost everything that we do in this modern age have profound effects on the atmosphere, and we are definitely feeling its effects. Of course, rising temperatures is only one effect of this phenomenon. In some parts of the world, people experience strange shifts in temperature, which is also a red flag for humanity. A single degree higher or lower than the normal could mean the next ice age for us all. And what's scarier is that scientists are still to determine what the exact tipping point really is. Aside from diseases spreading faster due to balmier weather, climate experts worldwide agree that Earth could end like Venus, where 900 degrees Fahrenheit is a normal temperature on a normal day. Number 6, an angry god. Yup, pissed off deities are no strangers to doomsday countdowns and apocalypse scenarios, and for good reason. They can easily wipe us out like ants at a picnic. Whether they're smiting the wicked with floods or letting it rain fire and brimstone, there is always an angry god scenario in almost every single ancient myth and religious canon. I mean, Noah wouldn't have built an ark if there hadn't been a flood that drowned the earth, and eventually Odin and the gods of Asgard will rise up when giants lay waste on the earth at Ragnarok. Prophecies being fulfilled, or a chapter in our civilization's life is about to close where maybe someone just forgot to make that virgin sacrifice to a volcano. The end of time brought to you by cosmic beings is a little difficult to prevent. Number 5, science mishaps. Oh, science, you give us comfort hurt, and at the same time, so much to be afraid of. We've all seen that one movie where a scientist makes a wrong calculation on a machine with a lot of buttons and screens, and suddenly the entire world is plunged into chaos. A zombie virus, a rogue nuclear element, or accidentally creating a black hole. The list can be as extensively creative as your imagination or anxiety. Black holes that can nibble away existence or antimatter elements sparking a planetary explosion are less than likely to happen, as experts continue to assure the public, because experiments are contained within controlled environments, such as the Large Hadron Collider or the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider. But who can be sure that is what they say it is? After all, there's nothing like covering up a little oopsie, like pushing the wrong button and releasing a black hole onto the world. Number 4, the supervolcanoes. Vesuvius and Krakatau. These are just two of the supervolcanoes that wiped out a large part of human population thousands of years ago. The Earth is dotted with volcanoes, and volcanic eruptions happen almost on a daily basis, with about 95% of them happening underwater. On land, however, there are numerous volcanoes that have been dormant for hundreds, if not thousands of years, and are sleeping giants that are ready to wake up. One of them is a dormant giant at Yellowstone National Park, but a larger, even more terrifying one is located at Sumatra that has been asleep since its last super eruption 25 million years ago, and experts say that signs and evidence points to another devastating eruption sometimes in the future. And here's the thing, even if you are on the opposite side of the world from where a supervolcano is, an eruption of great magnitude can affect the globe. Volcanic material can be carried by the air and create toxins in the air, and ash from the eruption could block out sunlight, leading to global dimming and its adverse effects on agriculture and plant life. So if you think that waking up to the sound of your alarm in the morning is a nightmare, then maybe a mega eruption from a supervolcano could change your mind and get you out of bed. Number 3, alien invasion. You didn't think that we would make this list without including a planetary takeover by an alien race, did ya? We humans have always had the fascination for finding out if we're alone in the universe, and many of us have come up with theories that are sometimes far-fetched. But an alien invasion can be a possibility of tomorrow's end of days. With advancements in astronomy and space exploration, there have been scientific theories pointing to planets that may have supported life once upon a time. And what happened to them, on the other hand, is still a mystery. But we all have seen this scenario in our heads, right? A fleet of flying saucers in the sky, laser beams blowing up monuments, and alien creatures enslaving us, or blowing up our planet to make way for an intergalactic freeway. So for whatever the reason, and if they do decide to fly over our heads tomorrow, we are doomed. Unless we give them a computer virus. Number 2, rise of the robot overlords. Yep, Big Brother is no longer watching you, he's taking over the world. Smartphones, smart TVs, GPS, the internet. Yep, humanity has bred their own overlords that could very well take over tomorrow and turn us into machines. Since the Industrial Revolution, mankind has made leaps and bounds in the field of technology. We have made machines that make our work easier and much more efficient. And at the dawn of the 21st century, our reliance on technology has increased, ranging from apps that tell us when to drink water to guidance systems that completely render us useless when it comes to finding directions on a paper map. The advancement of artificial intelligence and virtual reality is also beginning to make a huge impact in our lives, and even better, making our lives revolve around the technology that surrounds us every day. Do you ever find yourself staring at your phone and scrolling through pages mindlessly? Congratulations, you're one step closer to serving our robot overlords. Finally, number 1, it's all a dream. What if you wake up tomorrow only to realize that you don't exist anymore? Our top spot for the 10 ways the world could end tomorrow has been the subject of discussion among many philosophers for 1,000 years. The belief that our entire existence is just dreamed up by a being of super consciousness who decided to take a cat nap. From the writings of William S. Burroughs to the cinematic universe of The Matrix, this philosophical thought pokes at the idea that we are all simply living a shadow existence that fools us into believing that all of this is real. Different cultures have different interpretations of this belief, but it all points to the fact that one day, maybe tomorrow, we could all just be blinked out of existence, and boy, would that really suck. So there you go, guys. Those are 10 ways that the world could actually end tomorrow. I think I prefer the alien scenario because out of all this, I feel like that's where we have the best shot of surviving, and we're certainly not winning against a virus that kills most of us and let apes rule the world. But let me know what you think. Which of these scenarios do you think is the most possible, and which gives us the best chance of survival? And if you want to maybe see all this coming, check out my video on the mysterious third eye that we all have, and maybe you can use it to predict the future. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.